Hey guys, welcome to another video. Right behind me is a 2025 electric Charger. And the fact that I said electric Charger kind of scares me because Charger is known as the typical American muscle car with a big V8. But here we have the electric Charger with the EV, no engine or nothing. We're going to be taking the exterior look and the interior and a couple downfalls with this car, a couple major flaws that I think that the car is going to struggle with. So we're going to talk about those as well. But yeah, here we have the 2024 Dodge Charger. This is the RT Stage 1, which has the about 456 horsepower, but trust me, the 456 horsepower in itself is not all that impressive because this thing weighs 6,000 pounds, almost 6,000 pounds, which is crazy because Chargers were already, pretty heavy in terms of their weight and everything. They didn't handle well, but now you have it's 6,000 pound American muscle car with an EV. There's just so much wrong with this car, and I'm just kind of disappointed where these muscle cars are headed towards. But yeah, taking a look at the exterior, you have the LED bar that all EVs tend to have. I do kind of like that they didn't change the design too much from the original Charger, the Challenger. This one has a blend of Charger and Challenger styling. So I like that where they've kind of stayed to the muscle car look and then try to reinvent the wheel. Nice wheels over there as well. The front, in my opinion, looks kind of aggressive. It has a muscle car feel to it. Obviously, no V8 engine. But if you're just looking at the front, I think the car looks pretty menacing. In terms of the side profile, the car has, very 2011-ish Charger look to it. Especially when we turn around to the tail lights, you'll see that it really resembles that. But yeah, I think this thing's got, okay styling. You've got wheels, like 20-inch wheels. I do love these hood basically extracts or the fake hood scoop thing going on. I really love the design, especially when you look at it from this angle. It looks very good. The paint on it is also pretty good. This one is RT Stage 1, as you can see by the badging over there. And you've got nice 20-inch wheels, which look pretty good, wrapped in some all-season tires. Now, as you saw from the badging, this is the RT Stage 1, and that to me is one of the big downsides of this car. This is the Stage 1 that starts off as a base $60,000 car with 456 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 4.7 seconds, and that is pretty slow when you're spending 60 grand. This specific one, the way it's optioned out, is over $70,000. So not even a Hellcat, not even a Demon, but you're going to pay over $70,000 for an EV Charger that is slower than pretty much anything in that price range. You could get the Scat Pack Charger, which is going to be about 630 horsepower, and that is going to start from $70,000. And if you option it out, it could go all the way to $80,000. And while it is pretty impressive to get 630 horsepower, it is a lot less than what we're used to with these Hellcats and the Demons and all of the version Dodge had for these Hellcats or for the Chargers and Challengers. So, not to mention, this one also has these fake speaker, so there is no exhaust, as you can see from the back, and that is one of the other things that I think it is gonna absolutely fail, that it has these fake speakers, as you can see over there. So it's gonna have the sound, but it's gonna be pumped up. And if you're someone who likes American muscle, the biggest part of owning an American muscle car is having the V8. So when you remove the V8 and you inject some fake noise, that is not gonna sit well with the enthusiasts. I'm honestly not sure who this car is for, because people who want to spend 70 to 80 grand on an American car or on a performance car, American car won't be their first choice, especially the one that's doing 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds and weighs almost 6,000 pounds. So that means it's not really going to be a track capable car. It just feels very weird because I feel like Dodge had their demographic figured out. They wanted bigger V8 engines, supercharged V8 engines. So they made all these crazy muscle cars from 2015 and up, where you had these Hellcats, the Demons, the 840s, and whatnot, making 800 plus horsepower, the jailbreak edition. Pretty much everything, like all of the other manufacturers were downsizing, going turbo, and Dodge just kept giving us Hellcats and Demons with the V8 supercharged engine, and they knew their demographic. But this time around with the EV Charger, you take out two of the biggest thing that Dodge was known for. One is the V8s. You obviously replace it with the EV motor. I feel like that's just not going to sit with a traditional enthusiast. And the fact that it starts with $60,000 is no longer an affordable muscle car that people could buy. So people, if Dodge is trying to get new people into the brand, I feel like 60,000 is a pretty steep price, because even if I wanted to go for EVs, there are a lot of other cars that probably perform better, look better, and probably are just a little bit cheaper as well. But yeah, let's take a look at the interior of the Dodge. I feel that's where they did actually pretty good with the interior. So you've got a nice steering wheel, flat bottom steering wheel, and you actually got some fake pedal shifters too, which we'll talk about. But in terms of materials used, it's got nice red leather stitching. You got some buttons here as well, and you've got this ambient lighting that actually goes across all the way that you can change. The quality of the materials look really nice. You've got two screens over there. This is your main Uconnect screen, and then you've got a dash that is also digital that you can fully customize. And this is the customization for the lights, as you can see, is red over there. I changed to green now, and it changes it up. So I feel like that is a really good addition. It feels like the Mercedes ambient lighting. So the interior on that is very good. The materials, you've got nice leather wrap stuff, and you got some soft touch as well. But again, this is a 70,001, so it has some additional option that you won't see in a base RT Stage 1 that is being offered at $60,000. So once you option this car to close to $70,000, as this one currently sits, you do get a little bit nicer material. You get some stitching and some additional interior features that you won't see on the base one. But the problem is that it's still a $70,000 car. If you're into luxury segment, even if you want an EV, there are some EVs you can get even from German automakers for around $70,000, and they're gonna have much nicer interior than this Dodge, and they're probably gonna outperform it in this 456 horsepower version because it is pretty heavy. So it does 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. So even if you have a car that has, I don't know, 100 horsepower or less, but it's a little bit lighter, it will probably match the 0 to 60 time without a problem. I feel like that's where Dodge kind of messed up, where the interior is good, but if you're gonna pay $70,000 for this interior, there's probably other cars in the luxury segment or the premium segment that you can get for this price. But yeah, guys, that wraps up the quick look at the 2024 Dodge Charger. Two of the biggest things that Dodge missed with this car, in my personal opinion, is not having a V8, just going the EV route. Maybe a hybrid would have been better with the demographic of people who would get the Chargers and Challengers. And the price, I feel the price is a little bit too much. Like $60,000 for a base one that barely performs. If you want to get the fast version, you have to get the $70,000 one, which is the Scat Pack, 630 horsepower. So if you get that, you'll get a good 0 to 60 in about, I want to say, less than 4 seconds. And with having the 630 horsepower, you can actually enjoy the car. But in terms of the pricing, if it starts with $70,000, you option it out, it's easily $75,000, $80,000, which is actually more expensive than what the Hellcat or Demon would have been. So I feel like Dodge kind of missed the mark on this one, but I'm kind of curious to see how this one's going to sell, because as of right now, it's not really targeting its initial demographic. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, comment below on your thoughts of the Dodge Challenger, the EV version, and of course, subscribe to Red50 for more videos.